Start the streaming. Commence.
Chocolate covered caramels are the shit.
Oh, that sounds
Whatever.
fucking good.
Little
Are
sea
we,
salt on top.
I don't see a streaming thing here. Let's see.
I don't either.
I see
I
LARPing.
don't think
We
we're
are
really live.
fucking
Coronavirus.
live.
Well, fucking give it a second, guys.
Jesus
Goddamn.
Christ, man.
Right?
Dude,
I gave it 5 seconds.
I mean, yeah, I will. Don't
There
tell
it
me
is. Jesus, about time.
Where's the link, motherfucker?
Where is the goddamn link, bro? Oh, Bell Catch is looking.
Look at me eating.
Look at you eating.
Chocolate covered caramels in the
Hey, I got.
At least you're not
7
shoving
minutes.
them in your mouth like a fucking mongoloid.
You love that word so much.
It's a great word. It is a phenomenal word. It's like
Mystic the
eucalyptus.
Mongoloid.
Fuck it.
So it's not the word you like; it's the syllables. Is what you're saying.
No, it's just it's just the way it sounds. It's just
the way it sounds. I mean, it sucks
don't
that it's
try
a
to back
racial
them up.
slur against Asian people.
yeah.
It sucks. I can't talk.
It does
bad
sound
about
like
you,
some sort of
Bubba.
invading alien race. It's the Mongoloids. Run!
Right. I always thought
Wow.
mongoloids were like the dude from the Goonies type of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
You talking about the guy that had
fucked up
stayed up in the
shit.
basement?
Yeah. What the fuck is his name?
Jesus
The mentally and
Christ.
physically disabled.
I don't know.
It
He
was
wore
like
suit- he
what
wore
was his
Superman
name?
shirt.
What was his
Wasn't it
name?
like Chunk or something?
Chunk.
Chunk? No,
Yeah,
Chunk.
No,
was the
Chuck was
fucking-
the fat kid.
the fat
Oh.
kid.
Do the truffle shuffle.
Oh. Fuck, what's his name?
Who fucking
Didn't
cares? On
Chunk
this episode
name
of the
him?
Red Eye Report. On this
Butterfinger.
episode of Red Eye
Baby
Report, we
Ruth?
talk about bail bonds. We listen to Ashtray eat some goddamn loud ass caramels like a faggot.
Mm. Hey. Faggots
And
like
we
caramels
bring
too.
to you the election is finally over here in the United States. First up, we have Ashtray. He's wearing a blue shirt tonight, drinking some, I'm guessing, water. I don't fucking know. I hate him. Fuck him.
No truer
next to
words
him,
ever said about me.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, fuck him. Next to him, we have Oracle. Oracle has been playing the awesome game of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I also have been playing it. What Oracle does not know is that I made my when I first met him, he had this cool ass mustache. It was like a 70s porn stash. So I made my Viking to look just like Oracle, so that I am robbing, raping, and pillaging vicariously through Oracle.
There we go.
Oh my ex.
That'll
Boom.
work. I gotta grow that
And,
thing back now. Fuck.
Hey, you do.
Please don't. Please don't. I'm surprised we didn't get arrested that night. Sir.
His name was Sloth.
Sloth. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you guys.
All right. And next we have Mystic. In his 3 past former lives, Mystic, he was in ancient Samaria. Mystic was a executioner, and they called him Sleekbog, which meant one that fucked goats.
Don't ever misperch Schlegblog's name.
Schlegblog.
Eddie, stop.
All hail Schlegbog.
I heard
Oh,
Schlegbog
hail Schlegbog.
under his foreskin. And I'm Teddy. I'm pretty sure all of us have been in jail, so this is gonna be educational. Listen up. So, bail.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Sloth was played by John Matuzek, who is a defensive lineman in the NFL, and he's also from Oak Creek, Wisconsin, where my parents used to live.
Does his face really look like that, or was it prosthetic?
It was a prosthetic. Are you fucking kidding?
I don't know.
Yeah.
play football.
Could have been a real mongoloid.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, his face is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
That's why he
Glad
was
the-
such.
maybe
that's why
football
he was
caused
such
it.
a-
I
I mean,
don't know.
if he fucking made
Right.
it to the NFL like that, like more power to him. Like that's pretty fucking
See his
impressive,
ugly ass
right?
coming at you. You drop the ball in the punch.
Right?
It's like fuck it. Oh, and the Jets fumble again. Oh my god. All right, so bail bonds. Bail is actually the money you pay. Bond is what's known as a surety bond to get you out of jail. I didn't know what a surety bond was, so I looked it up. The definition is a surety bond is a written 3-party contract in which the surety, which would be the bail bondsman and the principal, which would be you, become obligated to the obligee, yeah, whatever, for the payment of the sum of money. That would be the court for the payment of some money if the obligation set forth in the bond is not fulfilled by the principal. So boom. So the way it
So
works
saying
is
if you don't show your ass up to court,
right.
we're
Well, we'll
taking
get to
that
that.
money.
So what it is when
I'm
you get
coming
arrested,
after you, man.
when you get arrested, you go to jail. And while you're in jail, you get a
Do
bond.
not
That
pass go.
do not collect $200.
Not to like $200.
Okay, so when you're in jail, I don't know this, but you can actually bond yourself out from the jail if you can pay the full price of your bond.
So
Like if
what? You just wire that money, or how the fuck?
well, no. Well, no. If you most jails accept credit cards, so if you have a
Ah,
credit card on
Man, that's so
course they do.
fucked, right?
you, so
Yeah,
yeah.
right. MasterCard to get my ass out of here.
For most people, they don't have that, so they have to use a bail bondsman. They get a
Loan
bail.
shark.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a loan shark. So the bail bondsman, whatever your bond is, say like it's $20,000. I'm only using that because that's what mine was when I went to jail. So you only have to pay 10% of that, which is $2,000. But while you're in jail, you can't come up with that $2,000 because the bondsman is not gonna trust you to have that money.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have somebody else come there and get that money for you. So, once you do that, you're bonded out of jail. You go and you sign a document that says, "Hey, I'm going to show up to court." And the bail bondsman say, "Cool." And depending on how high your bail is, he might ask for more collateral because even though your bond is $20,000, so far you've paid $2,000 of that. If you don't show up, he's still responsible for the next $18,000. Right.
And then he gonna come after your ass.
Right, these will come after your ass. So, if you appear in court, the bond is if you appear in court upon the conclusion of the case, no matter if you win or lose, you get your bond back, your bail bond back. If you pay it all in full, like if you go to jail and you give me your credit card, say get me out of here, you get that back regardless if you win or lose because it's
As long as you show up.
So
to
it's
court.
Right,
just
as long as you show
to
up.
ensure that you
It's
go
just
to the
ensure that
court.
you show up. Right.
Yeah,
just
it's like
okay.
giving your license to
Right.
get a pair of skates. You know, like
Yeah.
you ain't gonna get that shit back unless you go.
Okay.
right.
Or-
But if like I said, if you don't show up
Yeah.
to court, if you don't show
Yeah,
up to court,
I'm sure that's a lot like just giving your license.
Yeah. Well, you know. They gave me a signature bond, so I just walked right out of there.
boom. So if you don't show up to court, then the bail bondsman is responsible for the other 90% that you didn't pay, and the only way you can get that back is to come and get your ass, and which is
Come and get me, dog.
come and get me,
Is that where
motherfucker.
the bounty hunters
Um,
come in?
Yeah, here in a minute, okay.
Slow down, Ashtray.
I mean, really,
Yeah.
goddammit.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, we
Take her
started
slow.
early.
Fuck, where was I? No, it was gonna
Slow and
I'll
slow.
mention something else
That is
before
the
fucking-
tempo.
well, I'm trying to slow down because I do talk fast when I go through my shit. Man,
Not
I
even
freaked out.
talking to you, Teddy.
Oh well, way to
We
go.
got
Never mind.
fucking the chrono master Ashtray. If we ever start before 10 o'clock, he's fucking
Oh yeah,
having a
right. What's under my skin?
tizzy.
Yeah. Who are you doing more of,
Okay.
Oh,
Well, I've only got this much whiskey, and I'm
Okay.
trying to pace myself.
Holy shit.
Like all I
So
can do is
fuck.
get my beard a little wet and sniff it.
No beer November's going great.
Mm-hmm.
So a bail bondsman, the reason that they are allowed to put up this 90% or whatever, or they don't actually have to pay the court yet, is because they are in most states kind of an insurance and they do it for the court. You can look and see how to become a bail bondsman. It's different for most states. Some states don't even allow bail bondsmen. I think
Are there
Wisconsin.
any? I don't know if there are Wisconsin.
It's Illinois, Kentucky, Oregon, and Wisconsin. They still have bail bonds, but the 10% payment of the bond goes to the court. Okay. Oh no. Okay. No. It says some states prohibit bail bonds. Yeah. Illinois, Kentucky, Oregon, and Wisconsin. So y'all live in Wisconsin. Y'all have bail bonds up there.
No.
So how do I mean, how do you
I'm
get out-
white. They just let me sign a piece of paper. and let me
Exactly.
go.
That's the thing is, yeah, you get a signature bond, and I think it's usually like if you haven't had to deal with you before, it's like your first time on the books, we'll give you the signature bond.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's kind of like being released on your recognizances.
Well, it's like and it's like you're signing an
that's what-
obligation that you do owe them money if you like. Here's what the bond
Right.
amount would be, but we're not going to ask for you up front. but you do have to still appear to your court date,
Cause
or
you a po motherfucker. That's fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we ain't
Okay.
got no room.
Okay, so if you show up,
I don't know if you have to then have like you have to call like, I don't know, your girlfriend or something like, baby, bring $2,000, to the jail, get my ass out, because there's no bail bondsman to.
Mm.
I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, it said that 10% goes to the court. So
I should ask my panhandler friend Jimmy, who I buy beer for on my way home from work.
awesome.
Yep. Time to fucking
so
pay up, Jimmy.
Yeah.
He
so
was
if
just
you don't
arrested
show up
2
to
days
court,
ago.
god damn it. So if you don't show up to court, the bail bondsman he has to come get you somehow. So what he does is he hires a bounty hunter. The bounty hunter goes to see the bail bondsman and gets a what do you call the thing?
Shotgun?
Power of attorney. He's probably got his own shotgun. Power of attorney so that he can act as the bail bondsman. And the reason he has to do this is when the bail bondsman bonds you out of jail and you sign this contract, you agree to very important things. One, you waive your constitutional rights, and you agree that you can be arrested by the bail bonds agent. And you also waive extradition, which means the bondsman can take you to any state. All the hunter needs to make an arrest is a copy of the bail piece that you signed, and a certified copy of the bond. So
by using a bondsman, you have to.
You're saying
right.
Yeah, you're saying that, hey, if I don't show up to court, you're allowed to come and get you.
Yeah.
You can send somebody after me to come and get this money.
So now, what happens if they get you, or like, what's the motivation?
Okay, well let me
10
finish.
years
all
of
right,
federal
all right.
pound me in the ass
God
prison.
damn. Okay. Okay, so most bail bondsmen work for 10% of the the full bond. So if you pay $2,000 to get bonded out of jail for a $20,000 bond, then that bail bondsman gets $2,000 to come and get you. So that's his motivation. They get
Who
so the bigger
pays
the
that?
bounty. The bail bondsman does, because he hired the bounty hunter to go and get you.
Where does the money come from? Okay, so let's say that it's $20,000. Let's
Yeah.
say the person that's on the run doesn't have fucking any money at all. Where does
Right.
this money come from?
From the
$20,000
bondsman.
The money comes from the bondsman. The bondsman is an insurance agent for the court.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean
And so
they've got
he
their
says- so
own,
he vouches-
It's
coffer.
because the person that
He
ran
vouched for
already paid them 10%. So he paid
10%,
$2,000.
yeah, $2,000 already, and he vouches when you sign that bond. They're letting you out of jail, and the bail
Mhm.
bondsman is vouching for you with the court saying, hey, he's gonna show up. If he
Right.
doesn't show up, I'll pay you the rest of the money. I'm not gonna pay you yet, but if he doesn't show up, then I'll pay you the rest of the money.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why they come and get you, because if they don't come, they don't get you, they lose $18,000 to the court.
And if they come and get you and turn you in, they get your $2,000.
They get you $2,000,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
I'm sure they pay to part of it to the bounty hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Come get your ass.
Well, and there's probably some incentive. I mean, in the states where they do have bondsmen.
Well, the incentive is they are not really regulated. If you go to how to become a bounty hunter, not that one. Boop 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 boop. Shit, which one is it? Put him. Here it is.
Bountyhunteredu.org.
Yeah, that right there. Yeah, that one. If you go to that website, it tells you the regulations you have for the different states. Which one is it?
That sounds like a good
Oh, there you go. Yep.
comedy show.
If you go all the way down, it says research bounty hunter regulations by state. In the states that do have a private bail system, there is usually no oversight department. Bounty hunters, they can they can enter private. It's worded differently on the different sites, but some say they can enter the person whose bond they have for the house, person whose bond they have, house with no warrant. Some say they can enter any private residence without a warrant. They don't. You can't really. You can sue bounty hunters over civil things, or you have to sue the person that hired them. Where there really is not much oversight. So the minimum age in most states are 18. But yeah, some require licenses and most don't. Yeah, it's kind of like the old
Sounds
West.
like you. Yeah, say, you probably have to pay licensing dues and shit to the state or something, right?
Well, only if that is in your state. So let's see what's going on in Wisconsin. Y'all don't have.
It sounds like only 4 states don't
yeah.
have them. So the rest
Yeah.
of the states, I'm sure you got to be licensed in some way. Like, I can't just say I'm a fucking bail bondsman now. I'm coming after your ass.
Well, in Montana,
Well, you can say you're a private investigator.
Private investigator. I mean, in Montana, you can. If you once you have a power of attorney from that bail bondsman, you are a bounty hunter because you are licensed by him to go get your bounty that person signed and said, "Hey, you can come and get me."
I'm surprised there aren't a shit ton of fucking bounty hunters out there.
Say what?
Well, because it's a dangerous line of work too.
I'm pretty sure
what could possibly go wrong? You just give some 18-year-old a fucking with a gun, like power of attorney.
Yeah, right. Go in there blazing.
Go get that motherfucker.
I never understood. So, like, Dog the Bounty Hunter. You remember that show?
Mm-hmm.
So that dude lived in Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I guess there's probably a lot of criminals, but aren't you kind of landlocked? You're like locking yourself in geographically. Like, you can't. What if that person gets on a plane? You know what I mean? Yeah, you can go to another state and get them, but that next state is fucking a 6-hour flight or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like,
well, I wonder in the show, was he always in Hawaii or does he just live?
Yeah, that's where they live.
I could have swore he went to Colorado and came back to the mainland a few times to catch people because I remember being at airports and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, also a ticket from Hawaii to some other place is not going to be cheap, and it's not like he was going after fucking drug kingpins or something.
Yeah, but also in that instance, the show was paying for all that.
Exactly.
Right.
So I mean, he didn't have to worry about his first class flight.
Yeah.
He went to Colorado. Fuck it, we'll get somebody else. No, we'll get him because the show paid for it. So.
But he was a fucking bounty hunter before that. You know.
I mean, yeah,
but maybe only in Hawaii. And then he caught all the criminals, so he had to figure out a way to get money.
It just seems like the fucking
the main,
you know, like the Death Star. Like, we made this gigantic weapon, and then there's one little way to fucking kill it, you know, that we just put in there. Go right ahead. You know, oh, you got my money here, dog? Oh, I'm not going to show up because I'm in fucking Oregon. You know, like, what are you going to do? You going to fly over here? No, I don't think so.
Right? People are just, like, tweeting at him, like, fuck you, bounty dog, the bounty hunter. Lick my nuts. Sending them pictures of you eating out at a fucking Dairy Queen. America.
Awesome.
I just don't think the people that he was going after had the means to get on a fucking plane.
Yeah, they
and
probably
go to
didn't.
Dairy Queen. And fucking
well, that's all the money they had left.
But when people's sons and stuff are in jail, and they'll people put up their house and stuff like that, people will do things for their family. Even bad family. So if somebody's got a girlfriend that's got $500 and I need to get a plane ticket out of here because this motherfucker won't chase me out of Hawaii.
I'm gonna fucking throw him in the volcano. Fucking steal his shit.
Jesus, I'm gonna sacrifice you to Mount Kilauea.
Right? Like, I would
just get it done.
I would give my brother money to fucking get the hell out of Dodge if he needed it.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's an adventure.
It'd be like, you know what? I'd be like,
let's do it. We're not fucking outlaws, bitch.
But you just say, you know what? Don't tell me anything.
How are you gonna be an outlaw from anything?
Tell me any details. I don't even know where you're going. And then like your brother leaves, and you're like, all right, I did the right thing, you know. The next week he shows up, he just spent it all on meth, and he's like in his trailer. Oh, you need to get out of town. Oh, I just made that up. Fucking
Okay, well, so when there is a problem. A lot of people think there is a problem with the cash bail system. The main thing is if you don't have the money, you can't get out of jail, which means you have to sit in jail until your court date. And for most people, our system does not move fast at all. So for most people, that is months in jail. And once you're in jail for even a couple of days, I mean, you can lose jobs. So I mean, I never understood that if you cannot pay, will put you in jail, especially if you're working or trying to find a job or something. I never understood that because they really can't pay then, and then they have an apartment or a house payment. It's just really, really stupid. Also, it does seem like it preys on people of color and less and minorities. And another thing is it actually helps what hurts recidivism, because once you're in jail, it helps. No, it isn't. Well, it makes people go back more.
Yeah.
Because once you get through your 2 month stint waiting for your court date, when you go to your court date, you'll be they'll probably give you probation or whatever, and they'll let you go. And if you got a year probation and you did 2 months already, then you only got 10 months of probation to go. Way to go! But you still have to pay court fees. You still have to pay probation fees. You don't pay your probation fees, then that's a violation of probation. They'll put you back in jail. Depending on what your charge was, there are they have been farming this out to other companies. I know for when I was on probation, I had to call a random number to take a drug test. If I could not show up if I didn't call the number and I had a drug test that I didn't take, that was automatic violation. If I showed up and couldn't pay for the drug test because I had to pay every time I took one, it was $25. Then that was an automatic violation.
And that's fucked up. You didn't have like just a strict number in place that you had to go to every time.
It was
a random number. Like change the number every time.
Well, no. Okay, so I would wake up in the morning, call the number, and it would say, "Hey," it would like, "Okay, you don't have to come in here. You have a drug test today." And okay, cool.
I don't have to check in with them every day.
Yeah, I had to call this number every day, and it was like a random lottery pick if you had to take a test.
Whether you had to or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what a dreadful call every morning.
Oh, so the phone number wasn't changing. The phone number.
Right, that's what I thought he meant at first.
I said it wrong. Yeah, random picking of the thing. Yeah,
it's like
so it was like fucking Mission Impossible. It's like
yesterday's number.
Every
morning when you wake up, an envelope is slid under your door.
So no, actually, you made a comment about it. That's what a horrible call to make. What sucks is one time I forgot to call. And I was like shit. So and the place closes at like 4 or 5, and it was after that because I was dealing with my son and I didn't call. So I was like shit. I don't know if I take a drug test today. So I called the next day. I called the place and like, hey, did my number come up? And they said we can't tell you that. I was like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, can't tell me if I missed the test. They're like, we can't tell you that either. We can only tell your probation officer. And I'm like, well, that's kind of fucked up because I just forgot to call.
Right.
I didn't have to take a test that day. So
did you call them and first apologize, or did you just call them and pretend like, yeah, hey, what's up? What's my number today?
No. I called. I actually had to call the drug test place, the people that run it, to see if my number come up the day, and they wouldn't tell me because they said they couldn't tell me. They could only tell my probation officer.
Just seems like a fucking game. You know?
It seems like a money game.
Well, it is because it is money they want to keep you on your toes. That's the whole point.
Exactly.
Well, I think it's kind of twofold. They want to
gotta learn them.
Everybody, they treat everybody like the same criminal. You can't do that. A person who can't pay bail, especially some of these charges can be for loitering, drinking out in public. I mean, if they take you to jail for anything, then you don't pay your bail, you're stuck there until your court date.
Right.
So there are states and places that are trying to implement reform. A lot of people.
If you don't got money and you're homeless, why don't you just stay there? Jail food gets old, I guess.
A lot of people are saying that if you don't fucking you can't get rid of the cash bail system because if you let people out, then what are they who ensures they're gonna show up? Well, the people do. In Washington D.C., they do not have a bail system. 94% of defendants are released pre-trial, and 91% of them show up for court.
Wow, that's a lot higher than I would have expected.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's when people can don't have to worry about losing a job. They can actually go to work and then 2 or 3 months wait for their court date and save up to pay off the fine or whatever, or handle what they got to do. It's a lot better than locking them up and then letting them out on probation or something with things like that.
That makes a lot of sense. Wow, fucking Washington D.C. is actually doing something that makes sense. Yeah. Holy shit.
New Jersey, it started implementing reforms in 2017. They saw a 20% reduction in its jail population. I should have said this before.
Way to go, Jersey.
Way to go, Jay-Z. Because about 3 in 5 people that are in jail, not prison, but county jail, sitting there waiting there for their trials. And if you could let those people out, especially those people that have, not killers and murders, of course.
Well, how much does it cost? What'd you do? Spill something on your?
Fucking the weed I was saving.
Kind of a show. You weed in the carpet? Oh, that's terrible.
It's not carpet. It's hardwood floor. I switched it up.
Oh, well, that isn't a problem.
Right now you have to worry about some cat hair.
I don't have cats.
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
Sorry, I'm a little out of it.
Is the whiskey?
It's because he can't drink beer.
Yeah, right. I'm like Bender. Like when I don't drink beer, I get all drunk. Like whoa.
Okay, so here's my question. So we're gonna go around the table. Has anybody? Mystic says you've never been arrested. I don't believe you. You've had but way too many people to not be arrested.
I've been arrested.
Yeah, you. Oh, have you?
Oh yeah,
when
you
did
had
I
to
tell
go to
you I
court
never
for that.
arrested?
Killed a man.
I thought you told me you never been arrested or never had a bond out. Sorry.
No, I've never. Yeah, they've just let me out fucking on my own.
Cognizance.
Been arrested 3 times.
Okay.
Thrice.
Has anybody had to pay bail? Like, y'all live in Wisconsin.
No, they let me out. I was in the drunk tank.
Yeah, that's what most people in Wisconsin get arrested for.
I haven't actually been arrested for the drunk tank. Do they just hold you there overnight and then?
Overnight.
Here's a
I
fine.
fucking got into a
Unless
fight
it's
at a
Friday
Chargers
night,
game.
then you're in there all weekend, bro.
Apparently,
Judge
they
ain't
don't
in
know
till
how to
Monday.
fucking tailgate in fucking San Diego. Fucking bitches.
Not with dead bodies, no. It's frowned upon.
They're definitely not Wisconsinites.
So I'm the only person that had to pay bail, huh? God damn it.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, wow.
Poor black man is the one who gets stuck with the bill.
I got stuck with more than the bill. Like I said, I was on probation.
Yeah, that sucks.
I wasn't even driving. This motherfucker was driving. It was the 70-40. Got pulled over, had outs on me. We get arrested. My girl post bond for me. I paid her back because I'm a good guy like that.
Because you should.
They put me on probation. And then halfway through probation, they switched my probation officers. And like I travel a lot, and I have to let them know when I'm going out of state. So she gave me some troubles. I actually got her in trouble, and she was not happy about that.
No, fuck her. I'm sure they jerk people around all the time, and sometimes.
Well, the thing was when I switched my first chick, the first lady I had, I had to pay like $40 a month for my probation fees on top of my drug tests if I had to take them, costs if I had to take those. But she was okay with me. She was okay with me playing because as long as it's all paid off by the end date of your probation, they can end your probation. If you can't pay it off, then you're still on probation until you can pay it off. So I was like, I'll pay it all down the line. And so when they switched me over, the lady's like, you hadn't paid your probation fees like 6 months. I'm like, well, I'll pay them here in a little bit. She's like, you can't do that. Well, you have to pay now, or I'm going to violate you. So I had to pay. So I had to pay them up. So I just paid them all off. I was like,
how long were you on probation?
For a year.
I was on probation for 2 years. I had to pay $60 a month.
Really? Mine was like $40 a month, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it went $60 a month, and then it went $60 every 3 months. The second year I just went in every 3 months. So I don't think they fucking. I was in a bar fight, you know.
Oh, so no drug test or anything?
No,
Yeah. Well, it was weird when I had to go take my drug test. They gave me a breathalyzer first, and I was like, "Who the fuck comes here drunk?"
What, to jail?
Dude,
she's like, you'd be surprised. I'm like, shit.
You would.
I mean, like when I was on probation, I didn't go near anybody that smoked weed. Nobody. I was paranoid shit. I'm gonna go do here. So, but yeah, I was
there. I saw 2 people get arrested for fucking being fucked up right there.
I saw fucking like 3 or 4 people like get arrested because they go and they pop it. Like, yeah, okay, you can. They can tell now. One of the things was they can tell now if you fail a test, they can and they test you like 3 weeks later, they can now tell if you haven't smoked any more weed or if you add it to the THC count in your blood and stuff.
Oh right, yeah.
And so it's more scientific now. So people they're like, look, bro, last time we tested you were low, and this time it was like you smoked a blunt today. So which one? And they're like, I didn't smoke. I'm like, bro, just stop smoking, man. I don't get it. But yeah.
Well, throw your ass back in the hole.
Well, yeah, but the thing is about probation, a lot of people don't know this. It's a lot of people think that as you go through probation, it's like you got 6 months left and you violate. They think they can go to jail for that 6 months, but that's not the case. They can stay in jail for that whole probated time period. I've seen a lot of people get fucked up like that. Oh, man, they can only give me like a month. I'm like, no, bro, they can give you that whole 2 years.
Yeah,
wow, fuck, dude.
It's
so it'd be like doubling your time.
That's what the word probation means.
Yeah.
It means to offset.
Yes, it does. Boom. Anybody got any questions, gripes, concerns about the bail system?
Let's see. So, I guess what happens? I guess if you just have your credit card on you, and you got the limit, you just be like, well, here's
right.
the card.
And that's why a lot of people say it's unfair because a lot of if you're in a poor black neighborhood, if you get arrested, I mean, there are tales. I put there's the last link in here about sad stories. I mean, there's stories about people who have hung themselves in jail because they couldn't get out. Like not being able to come up with $200 or $300 or whatever, or, I know it is because I know it sounds like not a lot of money to us, but the average American, I think,
it feels like
the average American can't handle
away.
I mean, yeah, they said the average American can't handle a $500 unexpected thing or whatever.
Yeah, and
so,
if you don't have a credit card, you're fucked.
Yeah,
right.
You're fucked. Yeah,
yeah.
Because I mean, even if you go to jail with a bunch of cash on you, they're probably going to confiscate that.
Right. Oh, dude, that would be so. Yeah, like if you get fucking arrested or whatever, and they take your cash, and then
that means you better hurry up. You better rob someone before getting arrested and steal their credit card.
Hey man, I was
like, Steve Davis is who? Yeah, I am. That's my father.
Hello, Steve Davis.
It'll go something like I was gonna post bail with that $20,000 I had in my trunk, and the cops were like, first off, you had $10,000 and you can't post bail with that.
Yeah.
You had $10,000 and we confiscated that because you're a drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Oh, the bills were crusty and slightly rolled.
Yes, they were. All right, well.
Because I shoved up your mama's pussy, bitch.
Wow. Okay.
Now that's just.
That's just
Law and Order would never have that.
And then 4 cops beat the shit out of you. It's fucking nightclub.
You know what I saw? Law and Order's already got episodes now. It's full COVID world. Where they're walking around interviewing people with their fucking face mask on. It's like, oh, Jesus. I thought they weren't making new shit.
What Law and Order are you already making?
Whatever. Probably SVU.
SVU has been around for what, 25 years now or something?
I can't watch that one, man. It's all about people getting raped
with Ice-T.
Yeah.
Fucking Ice-T.
Yeah. He's still in it.
I know.
Oh, yeah, he's still in it.
I get it.
He's milking that. Fuck yeah. It's easy gravy train.
Hell
I bet
yeah. Fucking SVU and Body Count. That's his band.
Okay. Anyway, that does it for our fucking our bail bonds thing. Next up is what sexy ashtray is first with sexy new China lights from my sunglasses from my light cases.
Oh yeah.
Sunglasses from
my sunglasses.
All right, so I finally found.
Oh shit!
You can see it here.
What I'm looking for.
A light that actually works well because I wanted something that where you open up the display case.
Nice.
And I'm looking around for something like a little switch light or some shit, and I found these. And the beauty too is it's magnetic. It's just this little thin light bar, and it comes with some 3M tape, and a strip to, mount it to a non-magnetic surface. Otherwise, you can stick it to your fridge, and it's got a built-in motion sensor. So you can set it to where it turns on when it detects motions, and after 20 seconds, shuts off. And then it also has regular full on mode, and it's rechargeable with a regular old mini micro USB. So I don't have to keep fucking bringing batteries to my display cases.
How much was that?
Wham bam. 3 of them for $35.
Do you fill that thing up with lighters?
Yeah. Like this is a new case, but it'll go somewhere.
So does the light
how does the light
through?
Show through it? Yeah.
Does it what?
Does the light penetrate?
The light? Is it on the top? The light?
It's right. It's like at the front top edge. Okay. So, like, it's enough here.
I thought it was on the bottom. I was like, doesn't that?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I bury it with lighters.
And what does that say on the inside? What's up with that fucking gorilla and that guy?
That's the one. It says, it's this old comic strip that says, the gorilla makes a pass at Tommy. And then it says,
what the fuck kind of comic strip are you?
Getting gorillas laid since 2009, my light.
What kind of a comic was that where a gorilla was...
It was one from the 30s.
Super
so it was
gay
like
one from the 30s.
Right. It was this,
Tommy was a Nazi. What are we doing to Nazis, kids?
One of those coffee table books that has a bunch of retro comic scans in it. That's what it's from. The context wasn't really explained.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Next up, sorry, thought you're done.
No,
right,
I was just saying, yep, done.
Cool. Awesome. Next up is Oracle with Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Mm-hmm.
Valhalla.
Valhalla. So I picked it up, latest Assassin's Creed. I was a little skeptical of this, honestly.
Yeah.
But I bought it anyway.
I was first looking at it, and I was like, is this just a fucking reskin of Origins? Is it just not Romans and now it's Vikings? And
yes and yes.
yes and yes. I will say that this Assassin's Creed has the most cohesive story that they've had in years. Many years.
Yeah.
Because especially the last few games, they had some good things going for them. Definitely Origins in terms of just having a fractured story. It was too big, side missions everywhere, and it just didn't really have this kind of cohesive fucking synergy going forward with it. This is improved on that, and actually it's incorporating a lot of the systems that we've seen in Origins and Odyssey in a really refined way. So there are still like the bounty hunters that are coming after you. There's still they have this skill tree.
I haven't seen those yet.
Yeah. So they have those. They have
Spoiler alert.
So they have a skill tree where you can reset your points, and you're actually encouraged to reset your points.
Yeah, whenever you want to.
Yeah, so free. you can say like, okay, well, I want to have this configuration, and you say, well, actually, I want to have this. So it's like this really big sprawling thing. The graphics are phenomenal. The graphics are just unbelievably gorgeous, and this is just on an Xbox One X that I'm playing it on. I can't wait to see it on a Series X when I can get it. But yeah, fucking great graphics. They really.
What power
Series
level
X,
are you
1X, X1A. Gosh, I can't keep those your system names straight. So
what power am I? I think I'm probably like 24 right now.
And you got guys coming after you?
Yeah.
Wow. What the fuck
well, I don't know if they're coming after me. They were in my vicinity anyway, where I identified them, and I could see them.
Okay.
And if they caught, if they saw me, if they detected me, they would attack me. One thing that this is really cool and is different from the other Assassin's Creeds is you go on raids. So you're a Viking, and you show up, and you're like, okay, well, we're trying to build our camp. So you go over. Yeah, you pillage the village. You want to get the fucking resources and shit, so you can improve your own camp. So you're in your fucking boat, and you've got your Vikings with you, and you say, okay, well, let's raid this. So you blow your horn, and everybody goes running out, and you just it's just all out fucking war. It's
with
battle.
This island or whatever this village is.
Yeah, and you're just fucking. So it's your team, and you're like reviving them as you're going, and you're all fighting simultaneously. And one of the missions that I did recently, we had a battering ram because we were going into a castle. So you're fucking like you're getting in on that battering ram shit, and you have to command them to hold up their shields as they're firing arrows down. So it's got this really fucking cool NPC teamwork aspect with the.
You can also do that secretly. You can put your cloak up and walk into a camp or whatever, and then once you get inside, you blow your horn, and then they come in. That way is also cool.
Yeah. So
what I liked about it is the combat is more in Origins and in Odyssey. And the ones before that, you were encouraged to fight 20 people at a time because you're a badass and you can run and get away, whatever. In this one, in Origins Odyssey, I felt like you were discouraged from that. Fighting more than 2 people was kind of hard. But in this one, you are. I've done a little bit of assassin stuff. Like I've taken out a few forts just being an assassin. But for the most part, it's like, where are my boys at? Let's fuck these cats up.
Yeah, it's definitely a different combat style. You can go about the stealthy way, but it's completely different fighting. You're definitely rushing in there, kind of in these battles. You have different abilities and stuff like that, and you gotta watch it because you can be in the battle amongst like a bunch of fucking combatants, and there are guys with strong weapons that can kill you with one hit if they if they actually catch you with that. So you got to be cognizant of like, okay, well, the guy with the big axe is over there. Maybe I'm going to take him before I take out these other guys. it's badass. It's a good presentation. Couple small little janky things. I know I saw some stuff where they had like bugs. It really isn't that serious, and I'm sure they're gonna iron those things out. But I think it's a fantastic.
So what
Assassin's
connects
Creed.
all the Assassin's Creeds? Not really anything.
Not really anything. It's the fact that everybody in the story is part of this brotherhood of assassins trying to keep the technology
They're all
of
Freemasons. Ashtray.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, sort of. They're trying to keep the technology of these people, the precursors, people who came before us, out of the hands of the Templars who want to control the world. So that's what they all have.
Always
in common,
the fucking Templars.
It's always the fucking Templars.
Yeah, because they were some evil fucking white people.
Yeah, I mean, and they weave it into this. It's kind of cool because they have these two assassins guys that when you're introduced, because it's just a Viking. It's like Viking shit in the beginning. First, like 4 hours or whatever. And then your brother brings these assassin guys. And you're like, okay. And they are following you around. So they are invested in taking out these Templars. And they're giving you information or whatever. But you are a Viking. Like you are a Viking. You've got the clan. You're working with other Viking clans to take over Saxons in Britain.
Mercia.
Yeah, so it's fucking cool as
Northumbria.
shit. I definitely recommend it. I think it's much stronger than Odyssey. Origins was cool because it was the first time that they switched things over. This is a refinement of that stuff. Odyssey was just too much. It was.
What do you mean they switched things over?
Well, it used to be stealth linear.
It was like, it used to be very linear.
Very linear. And Origins, it was basically like an open RPG. It was definitely pushing the needle toward like a Witcher 3 type thing.
Okay.
And they did some good things. It was cool. It was a good change or whatever. But I feel like this is where they finally balanced it out properly, where it isn't just novelty, where it actually is really good. And like the animations and stuff are fucking fantastic. Like when you watch the videos and stuff, it's really good.
God, how many Assassin's Creeds are there now? 10?
Fucking there's like 12.
Too many.
15? Yeah.
Right?
Probably more than Call of Duty now.
I've played some of them.
Cool.
There you go.
Awesome. There we go. Okay, next up is me with U-Gears. I was working on this the whole last show, and I finally finished it. My girl brought me this. It is a U-Gears box. This one's actually a safe. It's kind of like a puzzle, and you put it together. This thing's pretty cool. I put a link in there if Oracle could open up. It's the gallery of these things you can get.
Yep.
If you like doing puzzles, putting things together.
These are pretty cool. How much are they?
They range anywhere from $29.99 all the way up to $59.99.
Oh, that isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's like a puzzle price.
I mean, it's very challenging because you get the what has to squeeze together. It's real fun to put together, though. I mean, there's gear. I got like a bunch of sets of gears in there. It's fucking. I like it. It's dope.
So now, does the door mechanism actually turn, or it just looks like
it actually,
a gear?
No, it's a working safe. Here, I open it. Shit. Yeah, it's a working safe.
No shit.
Oh, that shit. So
is it made out of wood?
It's all made out of wood. Everything's made out of wood. Yeah. And you got to squeeze together. It's really, really, really fucking challenging to do. It is fun.
Very tightly. Laser cut.
I mean, the door mechanism. That's the door mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I'm gonna buy. They have another one that's a globe that I want to buy and do. But yeah, if you like doing, I'm kind of nerdy. I used to put Gundams together back in the day. I don't know if you remember those commercials, like level 17 Gundam, 18 hours. I used to be one of those gay guys. I used to be one of those guys.
What do you mean used to be?
Okay, well, you can't really find Gundams anymore, so used to be. And plus, once I got married,
you spent time putting a safe together I could get into with a hammer in about 4 seconds.
Yeah, yeah, you can. But you're just
nobody's gonna bother breaking into that.
It's like, why would you
like
make a puzzle about a beautiful sunset when I could go outside and see a sunset?
No, I'm just saying. Somebody could also puzzles. Somebody could come by and just knock that shit over. Why? You know, like what's the fucking point?
Why? Because you're an asshole. That's the
because
point.
you're an asshole. That's why. Why would you just? That's a nice puzzle. Nice puzzle, kid. Nah.
Boosh.
Well,
Fuck out of here.
If I do it to somebody else, there's somebody else out there that'll do it to me. So fuck them.
That's a great way to justify all your givings in life. If I didn't do it first, someone else would.
Yeah.
That's what John Glenn said.
Dear.
I justified a few affairs that way. If I didn't bang her,
someone else. That was his justification all the time.
He justified every affair that way. Some affairs. All right, next up is Mystic with Edius.
Yeah, so that's a new editing software that we learned. It's really cool, and I'm sure Oracle will get this. Well, Ashtray too. Yeah, it's by a company called Grass Valley, who's been around forever. But this is Edius 10. It's just really cool because.
Oh no, they cut him off.
Batteries died.
Well, let's look at this Edius. That looks like the Deus Ex fucking thing.
I guess I've never heard of this brand. But
I don't see where the Edius is. It hasn't come up yet.
Scoozy. Starting into a new era. I wonder why they switched over.
It does look like Deus Ex.
Yeah, dude, and they just moved the lettering around.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
It's Edius, Deus Ex.
We're ripping on you so bad.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, your mother.
I don't really care about the software. It's cool because it's basically After Effects, Premiere, and Photoshop in one. It does full 3D fucking motion graphics and shit, and it has really powerful like Photoshop like tools in it too, and it's all in one editing software. And once you learn the workflow, I can tell that once I learn how to fucking really do these shortcuts, this motherfucker, you're gonna be able to do some shit on this thing. It's fucking cool.
Cool.
Is it is it kind of an industry standard or one of many?
No, the industry standard that people are trying to get away from is Avid.
Avid.
But Avid is so big that they just kind of rest on their own laurels. They don't really change their software.
Right.
And
that's kind of like Quark was.
Ones like Edius and Premiere and shit constantly change their shit up. Final Cut too, so that they have features that, Avid would never fucking dare put in there.
But is it just like they've been a staple for so long that some people just still use them?
Yeah. The Mercedes of fucking editing. They've just been around and everyone's like, ooh. When in reality, there's just as good cars for fucking quarter of the price.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. If you're into that shit, check it out.
Deus Ex.
Deus
Ex.
All right. Next up is our Folk of the Think section of the show where we say fuck you and you stupid asses. First up is me with Assassin's Creed Valhalla location bullshit. So I pre-ordered Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And usually when you pre-order a game, you can play it the night before at midnight or at 11 o'clock. So it came out on the 9th. So on the 8th, I tried to play it. It said it was too early. Wouldn't let me play it. And so I thought maybe I'm just stoned, doing something wrong. So I just forgot.
I don't understand dates.
I forgot about
what day and time.
I forgot about it because I was like I thought it was the 8th and it comes out tomorrow. Maybe I was wrong and shit. And so I forget about it. Go to work next day. Come home excited to play it because it's the 9th the day it came out. I try to play it again and it says it's too early. I'm like, well, bullshit. When I go to the store, it says recently released. I know the shit's out. I should be able to play it. For some reason, it would not let me play it. So I thought it was. I looked and searched, couldn't find anything on it. So I decided to delete the game and reinstall it, all 55 gigs. It took me about an hour and a half. But as it gets to about the 10% mark, my buddy hops in. He's like, "Oh yeah, with those Assassin's Creed games, you have to change your location on your Xbox to New Zealand." And I was like, "Why is that?" Is because when you have that problem, for some reason with Ubisoft, you have that problem. it won't let you play it because it's too early. But you have to, so you change your location to New Zealand. So after I finished downloading the game, I tried to play it normally, and it still would not let me do it. So I switched my location to New Zealand on my Xbox, and it fucking worked.
Even after so it was actually released, and you still couldn't play it.
I still couldn't play it. It said I was too early.
Weird.
I was too early. Then it gives you the option to cancel or go to Microsoft Store or see the game in the store. When you see the game in the store, it says recently released. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I know. Yeah. So what the fuck? And then he's like, yeah, that's how it was with the other two games, Odyssey and Origin. If you did that, you got to play them earlier or some shit. If you switch to New Zealand, you got to play them earlier because of the time thing. But I get that, but it was the date that the game was released. So I'm hesitant. I haven't switched my Xbox back to the United States yet because I'm afraid that if I do it, it's gonna be like, nope, you don't have this game, you can't play this game, and all your save is gone. So and I don't want that to happen because I would throw this shit right out the window.
Right.
First
Actually,
game problems.
I know, right? Actually, I won't because Cyberpunk comes out next month.
Hell
right.
yeah.
Next up is Oracle. You shut your goddamn mouth.
Or does it?
Mystic.
Or will it?
It better.
God
damn it.
Keanu might postpone it again.
Dude, they received death threats when they did it the first time. Again, like this shit got serious. I was like, "Are you funny? Yeah. What kind of? If people come out with this game, I'm gonna fucking kill you. What kind of retard does that shit?"
Yeah, like what did those death threats actually look like?
Dude, people were rioting over not having Szechuan sauce for their fucking McNuggets when Rick and Morty came out with that shit. So, yeah, people are fucking stupid, man.
Gotta have Szechuan sauce.
Right.
Next up is Oracle with QAnon Frenzy.
QAnon Frenzy. I saw this article about this Arizona woman who I hadn't seen this. She destroyed this
she the QAnon
mask thing in Target. In Arizona.
Yeah.
She was like the Arizona Karen.
Yeah.
And she's
was this a couple of months ago?
Yeah,
like when she did it?
Yeah, I guess when she did it.
A while ago.
And you look at the video, and I pulled the video up, and if you listen to her, I'll just put the volume up a little bit. She's just kind of fucking manic while she's doing this. She's just this shit's over. This shit's over. She's just fucking throwing all these masks on the ground. And she's just fucking, she's not making any sense. She's just saying like, this shit's over, this shit's over, this shit's over. I'm not doing it. And freaking out. And just reading about kind of how she was hauled off to the fucking loony bin.
She was hauled off to the loony bin?
Yeah, she was hauled off.
I think did her husband leave her? He said she's mentally unstable or some shit.
Well,
and,
he did.
Shit,
so her husband of 10 years, who was saying like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they have like a couple kids too. He's like, "What are you doing? Like you are fucking losing it,
acting psycho."
Right. And so they're still together, but she talks about how it happened. Like she said that she was like in these wellness fucking Facebook groups.
QAnon is infected.
Oh yeah.
Right. And the QAnon shit fucking infiltrated that, and then it was just pumping her fucking brain with all this crap, and she fucking had a mental breakdown. She fucking lost her shit. And it's just like that's what people don't.
I'm sorry. That's some white person saying I don't want to be responsible for shit. That's some bullshit.
Okay, well, yeah.
She had a tantrum in a Target. And she blamed it on QAnon.
I mean, she had a tantrum. Yes, I'm sure there's an element to that. But I think what
she needs a Sean Connery ass whooping, not a fucking.
I think what people don't realize is how susceptible, and she said that. She said QAnon targets people that are susceptible to this type of fucking information.
It's always people who are feeling a little lonely. Usually they've got a little mental issues themselves, and they want to know what really is going on in the world because they feel like they can't understand.
Does it give them someone to blame for their problems or anything? I mean, what is it?
Yeah.
I don't get the connection. So
it gives them someone to blame for their problems, and it also makes them feel kind of special, like they really know what's going on. Whereas, like, you people are fucking blind. So when they go into that Target, they're like, "This is all like this is over. This is over." That's her saying like, "This is all fucking fake."
Yeah,
and because they think they see the reality.
Exactly. And what better place to go than a fucking anti-vax Facebook group or a fucking healing crystal group or whatever the fuck, because those people are already saying, hey, you're already telling me, bullshit. I don't believe
I already don't believe
medicine.
in doctors.
I don't believe in, whatever. And then QAnon's like fucking crocodile crack for these fuckers, and they lose their shit because it's a game. It's not real.
Hey, look.
Well, it's a cult.
In all fairness, crocodile crack is some good shit.
And people are
crocodile crack.
I was just reading an article today about, because since the election, a number of people who that QAnon casualties subreddit I talked about in an earlier episode, where people are starting to like find that, because there are people who are like, well, when the storm's supposed to happen? They're like, everybody's freaking out, and Q hasn't said anything, and no one really knows what the fuck's going on. And some people are then finding out about this, and they're starting to read about how their families are being torn apart. And some of them are actually self-reflecting and being like, oh, yeah, I need to step away from this.
Well, it's going to get more dangerous, because apparently because Twitter and Facebook are starting to fact-check people, a lot of people have left and are going to some new thing, Parler, apparently. Have y'all heard of this?
No.
I've heard of Parler, but
I've heard Parler. Yeah, it's. I was thinking about doing my show with people leaving and shit, but I was like, I couldn't find enough information on it. It's a new app where apparently they're not fact checking people yet. So a lot of what a lot of people
though is it won't be until it has the power. If Parler has the power that Twitter does over, say, the New York Times, where it's like, fucking the New York Times decides to make decisions because of tizzies that fucking Twitter has.
Right.
It's like undue influence. And their internal writers have even admitted that Twitter's kind of like the executive editor right now.
Yeah, which is fucking absolute horseshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's insanity, dude.
Right.
Good luck in the apocalypse, folks. Next up is mystical trainers.
Trainers, yeah. So the same software that I was talking about, software is great.
Oh, I thought you were like physical trainers. I was going to be happy for you.
I hate trainers, dude. Like the people who train in anything. You know what I mean? Like they all try to make fucking. So thoroughly. We all had to, like they try to make the dumbest jokes and like.
Yeah.
They just fucking.
Yeah, because we don't want to be training you dumbass to do this fucking job.
They're trying to connect.
Well, that's the thing is I didn't want to even train. The thing about this, what I do is you just have to do it. I'm sure it's the same with you, Ashtray. You can't take a Photoshop class and know what the fuck you're doing. You have to get in there and fucking work with the software for a while.
Yeah. Well, now it's more like you look for maybe what are the new features and how do I use them? Otherwise, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The interface on this is almost identical to Premiere. And of course, this dude was just like, oh, it's a lot different than Premiere. Yeah, it's more powerful. But the fucking same basic interface is the same on all of these editors. And once you know one of them, you can just fuck around with it for a while and learn this one. Like, it's not fucking, we didn't have to sit here for 10 hours, man.
10 hours?
I did 10 hours of training.
Jesus Christ.
2 days.
Hard on the butt.
Yeah.
Like consecutive hours?
No, 2 5-hour days.
2 5-hour days?
Damn.
Fucking A, man.
Fucking school's hard.
And it doesn't make any sense. Like, I didn't pay attention to like the whole second class.
Well, that's too fucking long.
I would have been just looking at porn in the back corner.
I was watching fucking Trailer Park Boys.
I would have taken a picture of that dude and made a deep fake porn with him. It said, "Oh yeah, I think I figured it out. Figured out how to check this feature out here. Can you?"
Yeah, right.
The guy was nice.
My work.
Fake filter.
And they always make it out like fucking like somebody else was like. There was a couple people in there from creative, so they do all our motion graphics and shit. And they're like, "Oh well, we're not getting this software right away. We were just doing the training, fucking, for when we get it. But it's gonna be. They said they were gonna stick with because they still had a fucking Adobe Suite thing paid up for like the next 8 months or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
right, the Creative Cloud.
They were gonna stay. Yeah, they were gonna stay with After Effects and shit. And he's like, "Well, I don't know. This software is so much better." Just like, dude.
Yeah, quit.
Shut up. They're all the fucking same, man. I mean, yeah, this has got all of them in one, but next year so will Premiere. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it's just how the fucking world works. They just fucking always like, and then there's always the well, I prefer Macs over PCs,
Oh God, the
and I
fucking
prefer
Mac
this
people.
over this, and like, shut the fuck up. Just fucking show us where the buttons are.
Yeah,
they're all the
if
same
you
now anyway.
Teach.
Except
right.
You fucking asshole. Hey, teaching is a hard fucking job.
Yeah, I mean, really, these people are trying to give you knowledge, bro. I mean, because then you got to deal with people like Mystic who don't want to learn because they know every goddamn thing, and they feel like they've been there for 10 hours for nothing when they should have been learning instead of watching goddamn Trailer Park Boys.
You got to bribe them.
The dude was fucking. He said something. He was talking about. He's like, don't ever cover up someone speaking in a package, like in a sound, which is absolute bullshit.
Wait, what? Don't ever cover up someone speaking?
So, like, when there's someone talking in a package, like the reporter will say something and show some B-roll, and then it cuts to a person saying something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, don't ever cover them up. So I don't know why you would want to know how to do that. But, like, the thing is that what the dude who is our special projects editor in our station, he has 42 Emmys, right? In his 30-year career.
Right.
And he piped in, he was like, yeah, I'm going to disagree with that. He's like, I think it adds a lot of drama and sometimes makes it look way better. And this guy like got all huffy, kind of like, well, dude.
Like, teach us the software. You're not here for film school, you fuck.
Exactly. What are the features? Fucko.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
with the training, you did 10 hours of training. Let's say they cut out the bullshit. What is the amount of time that you think that training realistically should have taken?
If there wasn't people asking dumb questions and he just went straight through like where the shit was in general, maybe 2 hours.
Damn, that's some speedy shit. You leaving a lot of people behind.
Well, dude, all he had to do, like I said, they all have a tool panel. They all have a fucking audio meter panel. They all have a timeline. They all have fucking viewers.
Yeah.
You set up your fucking workspace. How do I drag it down here? What channel do I map it to? And fucking give me I'll just cut it. You know what I mean? Like we were cutting packages after 2 hours. So I don't understand why it took this long. He was going over like, well, if you do this keyframing, like, dude, you're teaching us keyframing and shit. You should have learned that in school. Like, like that's one of the first things they teach you. Whatever. I'm not bitching. I guess I'm not bitching about making, about getting paid to fucking sit there and watch Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, but that's brutal.
I'm bitching about the dude that fucking just taking forever to do it.
Right.
Fuck.
And then it's easy, you kind of tune him out to where it's like...
Yeah, totally.
Maybe he might say something actually relevant to the new program, and you're just kind of whatever. Like...
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. That's all I had.
Boom. All right. Next is... So we got a new guy on the show. Fuck, I forgot the segue I was gonna do. Jesus.
Fucking nailed it,
I had
dude.
this. God damn it! I had a segue for Slickbog. God damn it! Okay, shit. I had it. Okay, we followed you guys, Slickbog.
Just move on.
Some terrible nickname for me.
I thought you want to talk about the Twitter, bro? No, Slickbog, whatever. No?
Oh, that's what you were trying to do.
Well, I thought you skipped over me, motherfucker. You went from you to Oracle.
My bad, shit, my bad.
Yeah, I was like,
this is
and then I thought
great.
like you were coming up with some clever name for me. Like we got this new guy. Like, oh, he saved me for last, that fucker, and he's.
I totally skipped over Ashley. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take another bag. Go ahead and fuck. My bad, bro.
Smooth. Fucking smooth.
I was trying to segue about Sleekbog, right? Fuck y'all.
Fucking Sleekbog tried to pull one on me.
Yeah. Ashtray, no stopping TikTok and go.
No stopping the TikTok. And did you see that the Trump administration basically put a hold on their TikTok ban because the executive order, basically, he signed 2 executive orders. The first one was on August 7th, he declared that the app was a national emergency. And then he did a week later, he did a second executive order that basically said ByteDance, which is the parent company, has 90 days to divest the app over to a U.S. owner. Yeah, I don't know if you remember, they thought there was talks like maybe Walmart might buy it or some shit. And then they were like in talks with Oracle.
Microsoft was going to buy it.
I think that might have been one brief thing, but Oracle Software was the one who they started doing a deal with. TikTok's been meeting with these fucking, regulators and whatnot, and like doing a good faith effort. They're like, all right, like you said, we got to do by this date, but like we're in the process of fleshing out this deal. We'd like, we're filing for an extension, and they're just like, we're just like no response, just like kept putting it off, and until the deadline, which was today. So they're like, it's on hold. It's like, you fucking made us go through this dog and pony show. Why? Because you just forgot about it?
Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had that TikTok thing going on.
Why was this a threat to fucking, or a national whatever?
Well,
Trump got pissed off.
About what?
Trump got pissed off because they fucked his rally up. Remember that rally where all those people were supposed to show up? They requested like 1 million
TikTok
tickets.
Was a part of that?
Yeah, TikTok was part of it.
No way.
Yeah, so like these kids like called in and they would request tickets, and then nobody would show up to pick up the tickets. So like Trump thought that there was going to be like
TikTok, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like somebody put out a TikTok, and that's how it goes. Like people watch it and then fucking pass it on. It's the ultimate word of mouth, fucking, from what I've heard. But so like he got pissed off because they were like, these 14-year-olds fucking bested his ass, and so he like fucking, why it's a national emergency.
National emergency? What the fuck?
Well, because it's owned by a Chinese company, I think it's causing China. It's giving China influence in our country.
I'm sure that's why he used what he used for the reasoning behind it. But coincidentally, it happened right after they fucked up his rally.
Right? They spent all that money on that rally.
Yeah. It's going to be the biggest ever.
Think of all the lives they saved by not spreading fucking COVID.
I don't get it, man. He gets so butthurt.
Oh yeah, he's the ultimate victim.
Dude, he's a 77-year-old man.
Talk about a snowflake
who's never been told no about anything, women, money, deal, whatever. He's never been told no. Okay, so when you give him all that power that he thinks is absolute, and you tell him no, what do you think's gonna happen? He's gonna throw a tantrum.
Oh, he's gonna throw a tantrum, but it's gonna be fucking glorious.
No.
I mean, I
hope we see a real meltdown.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm seriously worried. I'm seriously worried about this. Like, he's not letting Biden be with him to learn about the secret shit.
So
I know. Oh no, he's pulling as much shady shit as he can. But I mean,
he's not releasing funds for the transition team. But even Biden said he's like, nah. Like
it's kind of like what's about
it to hit the ground running, man. Like,
because it's. I mean, he's
just making it look worse for himself.
I think he's gonna act out in a more worse way.
He is. No, he is.
Yeah, he's probably gonna just take like a fucking shit right in the White House, right on fucking Biden's bed.
He's gonna shit in every drawer in the Oval Office.
Shit in the closets and shit, like fucking.
But no matter what he does, his base is gonna be like, fuck yeah. So I mean,
fuck them. They can be like, fuck yeah. Like I said, they'll all be dead from fucking diabetes or.
Dude, his last address in office.
4 years.
But the funny thing about it is you haven't seen him since the election. Like he's not. After the election day, he's not. You've not seen his ass. He's
trying to make plans to fucking flee to Russia or some shit.
That's just weird. It's just crazy.
I seriously think, and this is legit, I seriously think he's going to resign with about 2 weeks to go and have Pence pardon him. Like for all crimes.
Yeah, like Nixon did.
Yeah.
It would just be at the very fucking last minute, though.
There's no. I don't know. Can you pardon him for crimes he hasn't been like? Can you pardon somebody before they commit some shit? I mean,
That's what Ford did to Nixon, right?
Yeah, that's what Ford did to Nixon. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And Ford. It was like
Nixon resigned and Ford pardoned him for
Watergate.
All the crimes. Yeah.
Right.
No, you're right. He can't be pardoned.
Yeah, right.
Or shit Nixon, that they haven't tried him for yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, like, if New York State wants to try him, but at the same time, if he's free, he's not the president, he can flee to another country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? New York has no jurisdiction to come after him. So, whatever. Maybe.
We don't.
Shit's gonna get real weird.
Of course,
man.
he might not have.
It is. Shit's. We're gonna really try. I mean, that whole this is the first and that whole peaceful transfer of power is which we always prided ourselves on.
Yeah.
Shit's gonna get real
civility,
weird.
Some sort of civility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But who gives a fuck?
They're
as long as on January 21st, 2021, Biden's our president. Yeah.
Fucking better.
It's gonna be really fucked up if they find voter fraud and get that shit tossed out.
Yeah, ain't gonna find that much.
It's gonna be so fucked up that I don't think that they are gonna live very long if they do it.
Yeah, I mean, if that shit happened, I for one, if they threw that shit out, that's grounds for me to fucking start fucking shit up. Yeah, because now you're fucking with our democracy.
That's grounds for 100 million people to start fucking shit up.
Right.
Or 70-some million or whatever. They have no idea what's about to fucking go. We have guns too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like now you're fucking with American democracy.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, now you're suppressing the vote. Now you are, yeah. to a point where
they know that too. They're not dumb.
Right, yeah. But here's the thing.
They're
scumbags. But to use their logic, I believe, like, I don't believe there's any fucking kind of thing that happened that would make a difference in this one. I think there's some kind of cheating in every election, but I don't think there's something in this election that would make a difference. But I feel like the Republicans do a lot more and they try to do a lot more legally than anybody else has done it. So,
yeah,
fuck them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, especially like fucking.
He just angry because they got away with it. He's like, oh, how the fuck did we not catch him cheating? So I mean, it's yeah. Anyway, it's our show. Go fuck yourself, Nashville, Tennessee. We'll be here every Wednesday or Thursday night, whenever the fuck we feel like it, because it's our goddamn show. Be sure
we don't get paid.
Be sure to check out our web page at the RedOutReport.com. You can follow us at Redout.com/ Facebook.com/the Redout Report. You can Twitter us whenever we. But I didn't write it down. I'm doing this on purpose. Okay. I'm trying to go through it.
It shows that you didn't write it down.
Yeah, you know, fuck this. Okay, fuck this. Yeah, God damn it. And you can Twitter us at whatever. I can't remember what it is, so they're all mad at me. Be sure.
I don't give a shit.
Be sure to like and share.
Just tweet at Schlagbog.
Yeah, Schlagbog.
Schlagbog. Yeah. Yeah, be sure to like and share the fuckers. We're down for whatever. I'm Teddy.
Someone starts a real Schlagbog.
God, shut up. Somebody go.
I missed
Somebody go. Thank you.
It's Ashtray.
Did you do Oracle go?
Yeah, I went, man.
Oh, fucking Red Report.
You and Ashtray were too busy yelling at each other and shit. So.
Oh.
Are you going to say the last line so we can leave? Or?
I said this is Red Report. I did say that. Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, because you're bitching about me and Ashtray talking.
Where's our closing guitar? There we go. All right, now we can do it.